Hey y'all, it's Leslie with Phat Cat Flossing. I'm back. This is video number big ol' 80. And unlike Teresa and Lynette, who have recently done their golden floss tubes, where your floss tube number is the same as your age. Yeah, my age is 57. I'm probably not going to match up anytime soon. So anyway, we're here for number 80 today. Today is Monday, July 31st, 2019, and I'm coming to you from Northwest Arkansas. It's hotter than the dickens here today, y'all. I think we're going to probably have our first 100-degree day. This has been an awesome summer. We've had temperatures mostly in the high 80s to low 90s, but summer is well and truly here. And I am well and truly thankful that it's been this cool this long. But we've gotten to the point now when you turn on the cold water, hot water comes out, and that's just never my favorite part of the year. We do one of those money-saving things with the electric company where, you know, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. you try to minimize your usage, and your usage cost goes up exponentially. And today is a critical rate where the electricity is costing about 4 times as much per kilowatt hour as it does otherwise. So my AC is set on 76, which is otherwise known as watch Leslie melt into a puddle. So we're gonna pray for no hot flashes and hope for the best here. But anyway, thank you to everybody who's coming back. I sure appreciate you guys coming to watch, whether it's for the first time or the 50th. Lord help you. But you guys make my day. I really enjoy doing these videos, and I sure appreciate you stopping by to visit with me. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that the Shepherd's Bush extravaganza video that I did a few weeks ago, when I was uploading my last video, I fat-fingered the phone and accidentally deleted that. So someday I will redo the Shepherd's Bush extravaganza, because a couple people have messaged me and gone, I wanted to watch it, but I can't find it. So sooner or later I'll redo that, but today is not that day. But anyway, other weather news. Thank you for a couple of folks checking on me. Excuse me. I think it was Thursday night. It was either Wednesday night and Thursday night, or Thursday night and Friday night. Excuse me. It all runs together for me now. But we had ridiculous thunderstorms. We got 10 inches of rain total, about 8.5 of it the first night. And thank you to folks who messaged me to check on me. We did not float away. I am, again, very happy to be living on high ground. A lot of folks have also asked about the kittens. All of the older kittens are doing great. Praline's babies will be 2 weeks old on Thursday, and they're doing great. They have cracked their little eyes open as of yesterday. Unfortunately, we ended up losing 2 of the 4. One of them expired at about 24 hours, and the other little girl, when I got home from the cat show last Sunday night, I know she didn't, you know, when I picked her up, she just didn't feel as good. She didn't feel as like she was growing. So I tube fed her every 2 hours for about 3 days, but unfortunately she passed away also. And it sucks, you know. You'd be amazed at how attached you can get to them when they're nothing more than little squirmy worms, you know, weighing a few ounces and a few days old. But breeding is the best thing in the world when it's good, and it sucks out loud when it's not. But thank you for everybody who asked about her and sent prayers for her to do better. Let me think, what else? I went to the cat show last weekend, and that was a lot of fun. I got to see my friend Charlotte and hang out with her for a couple of days. I didn't have a cat to show, so I just went and hung out and clerked one day, and then saw a lot of my friends and had a good time doing that. Went to the awards banquet, which if I never go to one of those again, I would be too soon. I don't do well sitting for 4 hours and listening to speeches and stuff. But Charlotte wanted me to go, and I love her to pieces, so I went to hang out with her. But on my own, not my favorite thing. I'm more about kicking back with a pizza and beer and a t-shirt, you know? Not getting all foo-fooed up. But it was fun, and we had a good time. The food was actually great for banquet food. That was pleasant. And at the cat show, I saw somebody I've known for quite a while, Tony Meisberger. Hey, Tony. Who came up to me and said along the lines of, hey, I watch your FlossTube and I love it. And it's a little weird, number one, because, well, I think of all you guys as my friends and you just make my day when I see you. I don't know most of you personally. So when somebody you know personally watches you, I feel like to watch my P's and Q's, but thank you, Tony. You really did make my day that day. It's nice to know that people enjoy watching. So big hugs to Tony. And then what else? I've been participating in the hashtag common threaded stitcher thing on Instagram. Y'all should do that. It's been a lot of fun. Things like your favorite LNS, your favorite fabric, your stash, most recent pattern you bought, your favorite vacation spot, favorite book. So it's been fun to get to know people a little bit through that. And I will put that hashtag below in the show notes, and I encourage y'all to follow that hashtag and get to know some of your fellow stitchers. But I guess that's enough chit chat 6 minutes in. Let's get to the stitching. Well, I don't have a whole lot of stitching to show. It's just been really busy. I've had kittens. I went to the cat show. I came back, tube fed the kitten every 2 hours. I don't travel well as far as, I just get exhausted. So I was basically worthless after coming back from the cat show and then doing the tube feeding every 2 hours. I'm getting too old for that nonsense. So I've been worthless. I just haven't accomplished much. I've done a lot of sitting and staring into space. So I've had no finishes and no FFOs, but I'll show you what I have got. But before I get that, I do need to talk to you about a little stitchy kindness. And y'all, stitchers, y'all are the best folks in the world, truly. I can't imagine that there is another community of folks who are kinder or more thoughtful or just better folks. And I appreciate y'all so much. I got a text from Shelley. Shelley is Kiex Stitch here on YouTube. And she texted me early last week, I think. And by the way, she also came in June and adopted Nexie, one of my retired girls. And Nexie is doing swimmingly at Shelley's. So thank you for giving her a great home, Shelley, and I love hearing about her. But Shelley texted me and said, hey, do you have this shepherd's bush pattern, which is gratitude? And I said, no, darn it. Well, sort of like that. And then I said, no, I've seen it and I love it and I got to go find it. And she said, no, it's already on its way to you. Don't go buy it. So Shelley, thank you so much. Shelley went to Teresa Kitten Stitcher's Stash for Cash for Cats and Dogs fundraiser and bought me the whole kit, which is way too much, Shelley. Way too much. Thank you so much, but I love it. I'm not giving it back. It's a little unusual compared to some shepherd's bush band samplers. There is a fair amount of actual cross stitch here. A lot of them have a smaller amount of cross stitch and then a lot of specialty stitches, but this one's just beautiful. I'm thinking that might be a New Year's start. I got some things I got to finish first, but I love it, Shelley. Thank you. And then I got a Instagram message from Frankie Easter. And if y'all don't follow Frankie on Instagram, you ought to. She's funny and she's kind and she has beautiful stitching. And she said, hey, I know that you've been looking for souvenirs of summer. I found one. Do you want it? Ah! And the heavens opened and the angels sang. Now I have, from a friend, let me borrow this so I could do the one I can't think of the name of right now. So I have actually, and this is a brand spanking new book, y'all. It is perfect. I have actually started this one, which I think is the Souvenirs of Summer pattern. And thank you to the person who let me borrow that. But now I have my own copy. I'm so excited, y'all. So excited. And she sent me a beautiful note on one of Teresa's lovely note cards. And then she also included several other little patterns. I think this snail one from Prairie Schooler is so cute. And another little blackbird design. So, Frankie, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just verklempt about how wonderful Stitchers are. You guys made my week last week. Along with Sheila, and Sheila Anderson is Pixie's Place on Instagram, and Kelly Stadola, and everybody knows Kelly from the Joan and Kelly show, and That's So Kelly Company, and I will link all these folks down below. But Sheila messaged me, I guess about 2 weeks ago, and said, hey, I saw that you really wanted to stitch the Happy Heart sampler, and I've finished it, but I loaned my copy to Kelly Stadola. But Kelly said she's not going to stitch it anytime soon, so if you want to stitch it, she'll send it to you to use, and you can send it back to her. Yes, please. You betcha. So a couple days later in the mail, I got from Kelly the Happy Heart sampler from Birds of a Feather. And because I have borrowed this and I have to get it back to Kelly, I started on it, I think that same day, if not that same day, then the next day. So here is my start on Happy Heart sampler from Birds of a Feather. This is with none of the call for flosses. These are all, except the black, which is just DMC black. All the rest are color and cotton flosses. And this is 36 count, I believe it's vintage Meadow Rue. So there's my start. My goal is I'm trying to get as much done as quickly as I can, and I am leaving areas that can be just filled in. Now there's some numbers I got to finish down there before I do the fill in, but I'm trying to get as much done as I can so I can go ahead and, you know, get finished except for just the fill in, and then I can send it back to Kelly. But I love it. I love it. I love it. Have I mentioned I love it? Because I love it. It's just a really pretty little sampler. And this is, I think the only other Birds of a Feather thing I have done is Sally Spencer. And Sally Spencer had those letters that just ate my lunch. These are much simpler. I like them a lot better. And I will consequently probably get done with this a lot quicker than I got done with Sally Spencer because those letters were not my favorite. But anyway, thank you so much to Sheila and Kelly. And thank you to Shelley and to Frankie. Again, Stitchy Folks, best folks in the world. Here's my colors for that. All color and cotton. I think I pulled DMC for that flesh color also. But anyway, thank y'all. With losing those couple of kittens, it wasn't a particularly wonderful week last week, and y'all made it so. You made it better. Thank you. So that was one thing I worked on. And I am probably going to be a relatively monogamous stitcher until I get done with that sucker again, just because it's borrowed and I want to get it back to Kelly. Now, I took stitching with me to the cat show. I didn't get much done. I think I stitched Friday night in the hotel room for a little while, but the kitten Charlotte had with her, who is Praline's little brother, separate litter, but same mom and dad, so full brother. We'll just say he was pesky. Having him in the room was not conducive to getting anything done. He got squirted with the water bottle quite a bit. But the other thing, I put that right back in there like an idiot. So when I took this, my Little House Needleworks Little Sheep Virtues is basically my travel piece because they are small pieces and I can, you know, I got a big old wad of floss in there, but as you can see, lots of crap. But each one is relatively simple, clearly charted, and easy to follow. And I started Love. And here's my start on that. So I didn't get a whole lot done, but I did get that heart and some of those little leaves put in. And if I can get that one finished this month, I will still be on track to get it done by the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta work on that happy heart sampler now. This is on 36 count honey from Hand Dyed Happiness on Etsy. I will try to remember to link her below. And it is absolutely zero of the call for threads. It's all just a big old wad of Victorian motto that I pulled out of my stash. So, but I'm very, very happy with how that's turning out. And again, I would like to stay on track to finish that by the end of the year, but we'll see. So many things to stitch, so little time. And then, oh crap, I did not bring it. The only other thing I stitched on was like the last day of July or two. I stitched on Lower Rows from Bright Needle, and I made a little bit of progress. I really probably if I would stitch on it for 2 more evenings, I'd be done. So I'm really close, but I didn't bring it, and I'm not gonna go get it. It doesn't look that much different from the last time I showed it. It's just a little bit closer to being done. But anyway, thank you again to everybody who shared stuff with me. I'm just verklempt. Thank you so much. Okay, plans. Well, I'm gonna keep on stitching on that stuff. The Happy Heart Sampler is really gonna be my focus till I get that to a point where I can send that chart back to Kelly. But I was watching, and I'll do shout outs a little bit later, but I'll talk about her now. Erin, who is 2 Martini Stitcher. And she commented that she was about to start sometime this month playing with jacks from the Cricut collection. And I'm not a big autumn or fall stitcher. It's not my favorite season. I'm not a big fan of the colors. I like pretty pastels instead of, you know, autumny tones. Excuse me. But there is something about this goofy looking jack-o'-lantern here that just really makes me want to stitch this. So I said, hey, want to sell that? And Erin, being the sweetie that she is, replied, yes, she did. And she is, we have not locked down a particular day or a hashtag yet, but let's guess the last week of this month of August 2019, we are going to start playing with jacks from the Cricut collection. It will be an open-ended sale. If you can't start that day, start when you can, join in. And there is also an alternative way to stitch this so it's less Halloween-y and more fall-y. Is that a word? Fall-y? Less fall-y. We're going with it. But anyway, I'll be starting playing with jacks at the end of this month. I talked to Anne at the Shepherd's Needle, who is also a new FlossTuber, by the way. And Anne is being generous enough that she is going to offer a discount on the pieces parts for doing this. She has to get back to me with the discount code and the discount, but I believe it will probably be 15% if you order your supplies for this from her. And when I get that discount code, I will make another quickie little video to share that with y'all. But if anybody wants to join Erin and I on playing with jacks, we would love to have you stitch along. And then I've decided, because I need another great big whip, like I need a hole in my head, that I am going to start Carols on the Square. I think that's the name. Yeah, Carols on the Square from Praiseworthy Stitches. And y'all, this picture does this zero justice whatsoever. I've got a good picture that I took of a model a while back, and I'll post that on Instagram so you can see. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful piece. It's fun. What sucked me in is this tree here in the foreground is done in some type of specialty stitch. And without pulling out the pattern, I couldn't tell you what, but I think they're probably Smyrna crosses. But the whole thing is just, I love it. If you've ever, this picture does it no justice whatsoever. If you've ever seen it, you'd be in love too. But starting October 1st, I'm going to start Carols on the Square from Praiseworthy Stitches. Now, Praiseworthy Stitches has a plethora of both Halloween and Christmas patterns. And if you'd like to stitch any praiseworthy stitches piece, please feel free to join in. I haven't thought about a hashtag yet. I'll come up with something at some point. But I also talked to Anne at the Shepherd's Needle about this, and this calls for, and I've already got my fabric for it, but this calls for lots of floss. Lots of floss. And Anne is going to do a 15% discount for the fabric and threads for this. It calls for some Mill Hill beads and some Krennic blending filament and a plethora of weeks and sampler threads. So thank you, Anne, for offering to do a discount on this also. I will post all of the contact information for the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock in the show notes below. And if you're interested in stitching along with either this one or the Playing with Jack's Sal, y'all give Anne a holler. They do have an online presence. They have a website, and of course you can call and order or email her, or however, go into the store in Little Rock. It's a great store. But she's going to be doing a discount both for the Carols on the Square and for Playing with Jack's. And just as a reminder from the silks video that went up last weekend, she is still, through the end of this month, through August 31st, doing a 20% discount on all fibers in the store. Not just silks, but on all fibers. So I will post that coupon code again in the show notes. But thank you, Anne, for supporting us. And now let's all go support Anne, because she's got that wonderful expansion she needs to pay for. We want her to have that nice, big, wonderful shop. Okay, so that's basically my plan. Stitch on Happy Heart Sampler, and then start Playing with Jack's, and then I'm sure I'll deviate somewhere in there because I've never been able to stick to a plan in my life. But as of right now, that's my plan. Okay, some of, when I went to the cat show last weekend, of course, you have to go through Tulsa to get to Stillwater. And I find it just about impossible to drive through Tulsa and not go to the Silver Needle. So while I was at the Silver Needle, I picked up 2 Chessie and Me patterns, Over the River and Keep Home in Your Heart. Love those. I also, I showed it on my last FlossTube, have the Alpaca Farm from the Blue Flower, I think. I forgot to dig that one out and bring it with me. And I picked up fabric to do that on. This is a pretty medium-y sky blue, which I think will work well for that. And then y'all know how I am about, I try to add to my silk collection a little at a time so I don't break the bank. And I picked up 2 Belle Soie silks in Cotton Candy and Fawn. Those are pretty, so soft. I love silk. Okay, and then I have had a saved search on eBay for this. This is Sleepy Hollow from the Cricket collection. I've been wanting this ever since I watched Jen's Stitching Niche finish hers. I just love that. Now, it's not going to get started anytime soon, but we all know nothing travels alone. So I also picked up Rest and Be Thankful, also from the Cricket collection. Not a big fan of the pumpkin pie one, but love the Rest and Be Thankful. I think that's really pretty. Really, really. So, and that was my haul. Oh, no, wait, I have more. My, so my birthday money's gone now. That was the end of that. But I had ordered with some of my birthday money some fabrics from Jukas at XG Designs on Etsy, and I will also link her below. This is what she calls, and these are all, I think they're all 36. I may have 140 in here, but this is sheep which is kind of blowing out a little bit. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit more of an orangey tone to it than that. And I think that's a Phat 1/8. And I am going to unfold this one a little bit because I've decided this is probably my favorite linen color in the whole world. This is Antique Violet. See, it looks gray there, but it's not. It's a very soft lavender. The light is not doing it justice. I did the BlackBird Cherry Blossom Sal's Basket of Cherries on this. And while you would think a purple tone would not be a great background, those colors all just popped off of there. It looked so good. So she doesn't always have this color in stock, but I did pick up a fat quarter of it when she had it listed. Because really, it is I think it's my favorite fabric ever. Her fabric is nice and soft. It's got a great hand. It still has a little bit of body to it, but it is not crunchy at all. And I hate crunchy linen. So love her stuff. I know she has a store on Etsy, and then Kitten Stitcher also stocks Jukas's linens in her shop. This is a 40 count. This one is called My Little Dove, and it's just what you would expect for that. It's a very soft gray color. I think I have a Phat 1/8 of that one. And then last but not least, this is Old Linen, and it's also a Phat 1/8. And it's a grayed brown. It's very pretty though. Love her variegation. Her variegation on most of her stuff is, or the stuff I tend to order anyway. You can see the variegation. You can see that the deposition of color is not exactly equal across the fabric, but it is not just in your face. It's just enough to give it character without being craziness. And this one is a 32 count. Now, I think that her counts tend to run a little small. So I would guess if I count this out, it's probably gonna end up more like a 34 count. And then this, her 40 count, again, I guess if I counted it out, my guess is it's probably a 42 or ish. But regardless, they are lovely, lovely, and they always smell good. So, and then like she always does, she included one of her flosses, a silk floss. And I don't know if Tusa is the color name or if that's just the description of the silk, but it's a very pretty silk floss in a hickory sticks-ish kind of way. So thank you very much, Jukas. Always love getting stuff from you. Okay, so that was all my haul, and that's the end of the birthday money. I still have orders outstanding on some color and cotton and some Picture This Plus fabric, which hopefully will be in before too long. But after that, I think I'm going to be, yeah, off the haul train for a while because I need to be on the saving money train. So anyway, okay, shout outs. I talked a little bit about Ann Thompson, who is the proprietor of the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock. Ann is now doing a FlossTube. I think she's got 3 or 4 up. She's a lot of fun, and she's the sweetest lady, y'all. She is so nice. She's just, if you looked up nice person, you'd find Ann's picture next to it. She is so nice. So go enjoy watching Ann. She shows some of her beautiful shop and some of the beautiful models there, and she's usually got a giveaway, and go watch her. And I think her channel is under her name, just Ann Thompson, Thompson. But I will also link her below. I've also been watching, and I think several folks have shouted her out, and she's got around 500 viewers-ish around by now. And that's Erin, who is 2 Martini Stitcher. She is funny and irreverent, and I think she has a bit of a potty mouth, although she's better than me about not saying things. But she's a lot of fun. I will link her below. Y'all go watch Erin. I've also been watching Steel City Stitchers. They are 3 or 4 4, I think, of them that kind of cooperate and put their videos together about what, they don't always film together. A lot of times they'll film separately and aggregate the videos, but y'all go watch them too. And then the last one, and I've only watched one of their episodes, is Floss Jedi, who is a husband and wife team. And I believe they both stitch. And they're lots of fun. And again, I will also link them below. Okay. Oh, one other thing. I think everybody's watching Jen. But if you're not watching Jen, who does 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, is her group on Facebook. And I think her FlossTube channel is just Jen Lee. Jen, I've been watching you, and your 24 Hours of Cross Stitch just always looks so much fun. Unfortunately for me, weekends are when my husband's around, so I tend to hang with him more and we do more things together. So weekend stitching is not my strong suit. But I did print out and try to do the acrostic for the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. Well, as it turns out, I'm more of a sweet person. I'm just gonna stitch what I want when I want. But I did try, and I urge y'all to check her out. Check out the group on Facebook. You can download the forums there. She's very generous about making those and sharing them. And she and her mom are both a lot of fun to watch. So check out Jen Lee also. Okay, excuse me. I want to talk about giveaways. And I might be a tad salty about this. So if you have little children in the room, or your ears are particularly sensitive, I'm going to try to be relatively ladylike, but something might slip. So I'll give you a minute to clear the room if you need to. I do a giveaway on almost every video. And I'm not saying that because I want like credit for it, but it's just a statement of fact. And my giveaways are charts or things that I'm either not going to use. I may or may not have already stitched them. Several of them have been things that people have sent me to give away, and I really appreciate the generosity of everybody who's done that, because I am so grateful to the people who have shared stuff with me, whether through other giveaways. Like I won a giveaway from Erin last week. That was really cool to hear my name called out. But whether it's me donating something to give away or it's somebody else who's giving it to me so I can give it to you, I'm grateful for that whole process, both giving and receiving. And this week, or last week actually, I had a comment on one of my videos that I kind of took an exception to. Now, if y'all are watching me or have watched me in the past, you know I don't edit my videos. I suppose I could learn how, because I'm not stupid. But I am reluctant. I just don't want to. I don't want to give another hour plus of my time to fiddle farting around with editing the video. I want to hit upload, watch it upload, come back, go do whatever I'm going to do, come back an hour later, and, you know, put the show notes in when I get a chance. So I ain't going to edit. That's it. I'm not gonna. And the reason that's pertinent is because somebody, and I have since removed the comment, but somebody had the balls to accuse me of selecting particular people to win giveaways for whatever reason, that there was a disproportionate number of people who had FlossTube channels who won my giveaway. My explanation for that would be probably people who have FlossTube channels, we all enjoy the comments, and maybe we're more likely to comment. I don't know. I use one of two methods to select winners for giveaways. I either use YouTube's built-in comment picker thing and put in a phrase, like when we get to the giveaways for this week, I searched for 73, and or 70. What did I search for? 7 a.m. I knew there was a reason in there. 7 a.m. and then for the word coffee. Or if it's something that's going to run over several videos, I will put people's names on a spreadsheet. Because again, I'm not stupid. I just don't want to. Assign each one a number and then use a random number generator to pick a number. Now, I'm not going to film this. I don't want to. I film on my phone. I don't want to. I don't want to edit it in. and I'm not gonna. So if you are offended by the fact that you don't get to watch how that person is chosen, well, then I guess it's your prerogative to either not watch me or to not enter the giveaway. But I spent 7 years in nursing management, and I have wasted about all the time on inconsequential things that I plan to waste. I think I am a pretty nice person until you get up into my grill and accuse me of something, whether it's irresponsible or just impugn my integrity or, you know, whatever you want to do. So the people that are winning are the people who are winning randomly. I'm not going down the list and going, ooh, I like that person, let's give them something. No, I don't have either the time or the desire to do that. But I love it when people enter the giveaways. I love to get things. It always makes me feel good to win something. I wish I could give away something to everybody who comments, period. But that's not reality. Reality is that I have 1 or 2 things to give away. But those winners are chosen randomly, whether you get to see them or not. So I'll stop being kind of salty about that. But you know me, if I think and I'm likely to say it, and I think that person needs a spanking. So, shoo, move along now. So, that's it. Okay, now let's talk about the happy party giveaways, which is who won something. Okay, from last week's video, oops, wrong ones, I think. Hold on. Oh, horse feathers. I don't think I brought them in here. I did not bring them in here. Okay, there were 2 hands-on design patterns from last week's video, and I guess I left them laying on my desk when I did the random picker thing. But there were 2 of them. One was said something about 7 a.m. somewhere, and I asked y'all to comment with 7 a.m. if you were interested in winning that one. And the person that came up on that one is Catherine Murrieta. I hope that I'm not butchering your name. Catherine Murrieta, for the one that said 7 a.m. And the one that I asked y'all to comment coffee, the winner for that one was Whinnie. Nacional? I don't know. Whinnie, you win. You guys, my email will be down below, and y'all just email me at that Gmail address and send me your mailing address, and I will get those sent out to you eventually. Now, you know, I'm not good about going to the post office. It's just a chore I don't like to do, and so I will get them out sooner or later, but it's sometimes several weeks. For instance, Deborah, it's all packaged up and ready to go, and Memory, it's all packaged up and ready to go, and I'll get to the post office sooner or later. I do have, from probably 6 weeks ago, I had silks for a giveaway. And Sue Oberfell, and I've commented on your comment, and I think I've mentioned your name a couple times, but Sue, I have not heard back from you. If I do not hear back from you in the next week about your address, Sue Oberfell, then I'm going to redraw on the next video to give away the silk to somebody else on that one. Okay, giveaways for today. I pulled 2 out of the batch that Crystal Geek, thank you so much, Crystal, that Crystal had sent me. And the first one is bread cloths from Leisure Arts. Now, this is very 90s, okay? But it's still some very cute stuff. Like that pumpkin would make a great little fall ornament. This would make a great Easter ornament. I personally love the birds in the heart. I think that one's very pretty. So while I don't know that stitching bread cloths is really a thing anymore, there's some very cute little patterns in here. So if you would like to win this one, standard YouTube stuff, be a subscriber, like the video, comment below with the word bread, B-R-E-A-D, in your comment. And I will choose the winners for this on my next video, number 81. And then the other one, this one is also thanks to Crystal, is from Heart and Hand. This one is called Family Medley. Very sweet little chart. I love the sheep at the top. And it says, you and I, side by side, wherever we roam, this will always be home. So if you would like to win this Heart and Hand chart, comment somewhere in your comment the word family. You can say, I want to feed my family bread, and get 2 comments in 1 sentence, and you're golden. But again, I will choose this one again. Same rules, be over 18, so you can send me your address, subscribe, like, comment with the word family or the word bread, and I will use the random comment picker thing to choose those. Not going to film it, but I'll use it to choose them. And then the last thing is, I rolled over 2,500 subscribers a few weeks ago now. So I'm doing a giveaway for the 2,500 subscriber giveaway. It's going to include a project bag, not these 2, these have my projects in them, but you can have either the zipper type bag or the vomit type bag, you know, the one with all the cat hair stuck to it. Whichever type you prefer. I'm happy to make either one. It also includes several charts. Oh, there's those patterns that Murrieta wins this one, and Whinnie wins the Coffee with Friends one. So send me your email addresses and I'll get that, or not email, your mailing addresses, and I'll get those out to you. The 2,500 subscriber giveaway is going to be open through August 31st. It includes several patterns. It's another heart and hand. A project bag. I will include some fabric and probably some silk and maybe some other little goodies in that giveaway. But to be entered in the 25K subscriber video, all you have to do is comment on my last video, which was number, my last regular video, not the silk floss one, which was number 78. This video, which is number 80. Or if I make another video between now and August 31st, you can comment on that one. But if I have not made another video between now and August 31st, on August 31st, I will do because I'm going over several videos, I'm putting names on a spreadsheet, and I'll do the random number generator. Again, not filmed because I don't have time for that horse hockey. But anyway, I would love for y'all to enter and win some of this stuff. And it's just gonna be one winner gets the whole hoop-de-doo. So y'all enter, be over 18, don't say giveaway because I have to delete your comment. Subscribe, like, comment on number 78, number 80, or if there's another one between now and August 31st. But anyway, thank y'all all so much for watching. I sure do appreciate it. I'm very grateful to have you all in my lives. I hope that my little tirade didn't turn too many of you off, but hey, I'm gonna be me. So anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Enjoy all your stitching and your family and what's left of the summer, and I will see you guys soon. God bless. Bye-bye.